Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? We're back. It's another weekend live stream. We're going to get started. We're not going to waste any time. Got a lot of Judge Fleischer to get through. This is going to be a special Fleischer set. A lot of people here may have actually already seen the Judge Fleischer set from yesterday, but I'm calling this a little bit of a special cut. This is the Judge Fleischer Getting to the Good Parts cut. I actually tried to grab all of the parts where he would sit somebody in the box and then get back to him like an hour later. Tried to bring them all together as much as possible. So it's a little bit staggered as far as, timeline goes, but I've watched a little bit of it and I think it's interesting. I think it flows pretty well. I'm interested to see what everybody else thinks. We're not going to waste any time. Saturday morning. I think everybody here is here for the same thing. We all want to watch some Judge Fleischer court. Happy Saturday, everybody. I'm your lone wolf Usul. I'm here to curate another set of court cases. Hope you enjoy them. Let's dig into some Judge Fleischer, shall we? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just moving things around. Now I'm playing the Fleischer. Well, I say I am. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now I am. Thanks for coming out, everybody. It's good to see y'all. I'm going to see y'all in chat. I've got to actually start the thing to actually be able to read. I don't even know what's. Love you guys.
All right, Judge, page 4, Canales, come on up.
To Spanish?
We've got 252 0831.
Awesome, thank you.
Take a seat for me at the jury box. You're not allowed to leave. Mr. Sims, yeah.
Angel Canales, he's in the jury box. I think he was in bond forfeiture status and he got picked up. He has the offer is decision-making course and to fix his plate.
We've had that forever and a day.
I know, Judge.
So I'm just, and it's 219 days old. Come up, Mr. Canales. I will give him until Monday. If he doesn't have it done Monday, then I'm gonna set him for trial and he gets a 10-day trial setting.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Canales,
Yes, sir.
you've taken off on me over and over and over. You take off on me again, I'm gonna make your bond $50,000, number one. You will not get another PR bond. Number two, your case is 220 days old and it's time to do something. You've had the offer for a dismissal for just damn near a year and a day. All you have to do is one class, am I right?
The class and fix his plate. That was what they required. Fix plate and decision-making.
You have 1 week. If you do not get this done in a week, I will immediately set your case for trial and this offer goes away. Do you understand? Okay, got it. See you in a week.
Also, do you want him to sit in the jury box or can I have him sit in the audience?
Yeah, you can sit in the audience.
Page 4, Carrillo, come on up. Counsel,
And another case, Mr. Carrillo. You now stand charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On July 19th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a motor vehicle call. Officers were informed of multiple subjects attempting to break into a white Hummer in the parking lot. The officers began to walk towards where the vehicle was located and saw two individuals inside the Hummer and saw the defendant by the Hummer. The two subjects then got into a blue truck while the defendant attempted to get inside the truck. The defendant was screaming at the individuals in the truck to let him in. The vehicle fled the scene and the defendant was left behind on the scene.
Quite the crew.
A witness saw all three individuals in the Hummer and was able to describe the defendant's clothing and confirm the defendant was in fact inside the Hummer. The complaining witness stated upon checking his vehicle, he saw his back door window had been broken, his front passenger door keyhole was damaged, and his steering column was damaged. The complaining witness noticed his Colt 45 1911 firearm was missing from his holster. The complainant said nothing else was taken from his Hummer.
Can't believe it. In this day and age, people still leave their guns in their car. Okay.
That's it. Yes, Your Honor.
So do we have the co-defendants? Do we know? So you said there were a total of 4 co-defendants, right?
Well, with him, it's 3.
2 left.
3, 2 left them.
Nice. Mr. Carrillo, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want you to go down, take a drug test, and then I want you to come back. If you fail to come back to me, I'm going to set your bond at $30,000 to $50,000. Do you understand? You will not get any more PR bonds. I will deem you a public danger because this is your 5th to 6th case within the last, I don't know, year and a half. Do you understand? All right, Tracy, if you can send him down, please. Take a seat for me. Mr. Carrillo, come up. How old are you, sir? How old are you? What do you do in life?
Also,
You do nothing. Did you graduate from high school?
no, sir.
Wow.
Now I don't do nothing. I do jobs, but it's
So
just
I asked you what you do in life. You said nothing.
work. I try to work.
Okay, tell me what you do.
Side yard jobs. If it's new, like contracts, windows and stuff like that, I'll do it. But that's only in time, because they'll be like, we don't need you no more.
How do these jobs pop up to you?
The opportunities in my family as well. I see people that, own their own business or doing work like that, and they offer me.
Okay, how much time does this occupy for you every day?
Well, since they're like contractors and stuff, and they get like different people, or people move on, they
So you don't work every day.
not every day.
Okay, that changes today. 2 things we're going to start working on with you. The first thing that we're going to do is you're going to start working on getting your GED. You are 23 years old. You didn't graduate from high school. How far did you get?
I believe to 11th grade.
You got to the 8th grade and you dropped 11th grade. You're close. I'm going to give you a lawyer today, Mr. Garcia. 3 things I want you to understand. I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm going to do everything in my power to straighten your butt out. Since 2022, you've picked up an evading with me, possession of a controlled substance, an evading arrest, an assault of a family member, and now you've picked up a burglary of motor vehicle. Thank the Lord, none of those are felonies. so that you've dug yourself a hole that you can't get out of. But I'm going to stay on you so much, you're going to think it's a career. Do you understand? You fail me again, I will put you in jail and make your bond very, very high. No more dope. I will test you 31 days from today. You tested positive for marijuana. I will test you 31 days from today. If you test positive, I will put you in jail and make your bond really, really high. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're going, who you're hanging out with. You're not allowed to hang around with the two knuckleheads you were hanging around with when you caught this BMV. Do you understand? In my opinion, they left you at the scene for you to rot as it is. Those aren't good friends to you as it is. Wouldn't you think? If they're ready to throw you in the grease and just drop you to let you get caught, are those good friends to you?
Sure.
Right. They looking out for your well-being? I don't think so. But they're letting you fry. So you're not allowed to hang out with these two guys, whoever they may be. And I'm going to test you in 31 days. I will set your case 2 weeks from today. And I want you, starting today, to work on your GED. I want you to start going. Do you have a phone? Do you have access to the internet?
Yes, sir.
How?
Laptop.
You got a laptop at home. I want you to go home today and I want you to start Googling how to get your GED. And I want you to start working on it. And I want you to look into registering for classes. I'm going to bring you back here in 2 weeks and I want to see what you've done to start working on getting your GED and registering for classes. If you come back to me in 2 weeks and you have done nothing, life is not going to go well for you. If you have problems between now and the 2 weeks, come back to me or let the lawyer that we know that you're having problems. And the managed assigned counsel division of the public defender's office has services to help you with your search to get a GED. It is your responsibility to get in touch with the lawyer to figure out how to start working on getting your GED. But if you do nothing, guess what? Guess.
Pay the consequences.
Right. I'm done playing games with you. And I'm done and I'm trying to intervene before you graduate to felony status because you're going fast. You ever run from the cops again, you will be charged with a felony. You ever pick up another assault, you will be charged and looking at up to 10 years in prison. You are this close to graduating to felony status. The slightest move you make wrong, I'm telling you, you're going to be looking at felonies, and then you can put your head between your legs and kiss your butt. Guess. I'm trying to intervene before that happens, and I'm going to do everything in my power. But if you go out there and shoot a place up, I mean, there's nothing I can do at that point, but I will intervene as much as I can. No more dope. Otherwise, I'm going to lock you up and you start working on your GED now. And you got to get, at the very minimum, a part-time job. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. That's what's happening. Do you understand me? You know what's expected of you. I'm asking 3 things from you. You fail me, you only have one place you're going to go. You mind reaching out to the Mac for Mr. Carrillo? Okay. Today's date is 7/26. I'm going to reset you 2 weeks from today so we can see what you've done to get your GED. But as it stands now, you will get another test, 1, 2, 3, 4, to give you the benefit of the doubt. I will give you a couple days past the 30 days because weed stays in your system 30 days. So give or take 2, 3 days, maybe 4 days, I will test you after that. If you test positive, that tells me that you've continued to smoke, and I will revoke your bond and I will put you in jail. I've got about I don't know, at least what, 3, 4 other 17-year-olds that are sitting in custody in your same situation because they've continued to smoke. You hold the keys to the jail cell. Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay, all right. Head on over there. We'll get you started with the paperwork.
All right, Judge. Garcia, Samuel, page 8.
All right, Mr. Garcia, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On July 19th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for running a red light. Officers observed the driver to be the defendant and observed a strong odor of marijuana. A probable cause search turned up 100 Ziploc bags, a scale, and a large bag containing 0.91 ounces of marijuana. A 100-count box of Ziploc bags, a scale, and the marijuana.
You said that, right? Didn't you have it on the-
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause. Do you have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes, I do.
Can you run your license, please? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to sling anymore. If I find that you do it, or if I find that you're consuming, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
No more. Got it. Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
I want proof. I'm not going to take your word for it. If you show me that you have liability insurance, then I will allow you to drive.
I'm not under my own insurance, but I'm under my dad's policy.
I want to see if you can show me that you have insurance that has your name on it with the policy with the car that you're driving, then I'll happily allow you to drive, but I'm not going to take your word for it.
All right.
Do you understand? At this point, I'm going to order you not to drive until you show it to us.
Sure.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
What are you doing with life right now?
Just trying to support my family.
Did you graduate from high school?
No.
There's your first mistake, and we're going to start working on that now. I will give you a lawyer today. The first thing we're going to do is start working on getting your GED. So I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond to do that now. I'm going to give you 2 weeks, and I want to see what you've done to start getting on your GED classes. If you've not done anything, life's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Sure.
You can't be rolling around life without the minimum a high school diploma, dude.
No, I'm working.
Working what? Working on slinging. Mr. Garcia, I don't want to fight with you. The only thing I want to do is ensure that you have some kind of future. Because if you don't, this life really, really sucks without money. You can't live without money. You can't do anything without money. And at the minimum, if you don't have a high school diploma, you'll go nowhere. And at some point, if you continue to sling, it's going to catch up with you and you'll just end up in prison or 25 to life. I mean, look, you already have what? These two. Your record's not good, dude. Do you understand?
Sure.
One more thing I'm going to apprise you. 31 days from today, I will drug test you again. If I find that you're consuming any kind of dope, I'm going to put you in jail. If you stop smoking as of today, you should be fine 31, 32, 33 days. But if I test you again and you test positive for dope, I'm going to keep you with you.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Sure.
Okay. Do you mind giving him an application, please? I'm going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to get you the Victoria sign and reset, and then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box.
All right, Judge, page 12, Matthews, come on up.
Are you Tariq Matthews?
Sir.
Mr. Matthews, you're charged with violation of a protective order. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. So where'd she go? Hey, Pavel. So we're talking about Matthews here. We have him on a VPO. Looks like it was filed in 2022, and it looks like it was a 2B. So I don't know if he knew about it or not.
Sure.
All I know is that he has now a new violation of protective order
Yes.
as a felony, right? What happened? Was it out of the 280th Domestic Violence Court? Because we never
It's a
did.
280th court.
So tell me about it, because I don't know, please. And what happened in the felony case? Please.
I mean, the felony alleged hours. So 10/29/22, officers were dispatched to 17033 Bug Creek Road in Harris County, Texas. Complaint reported that the defendant, father of a child, came to the residence to drop their daughter off. Complainant told officers that the defendant knows he's not supposed to do that. Defendant told complainant he didn't care and said, "I'm done sparring with you. Might want to stay away. I'm going to violate the fuck out of you." There is a protective order out of the 280th which prohibits defendant from coming within 200 feet of that location. On April 4th, 23, complainant reported that the defendant was sending her threats via text message. Complainant told the defendant multiple times that he was not to contact her other than through a court-ordered app regarding the daughter. Defendant ignored this, writing on April 2, 2023, "I'm popping shit at you." Complainant told him to stop texting her 4 times that day. After that, and the defendant regarded each time, he has no prior. So we approached.
So we've done this before,
Yeah,
right?
we've done PC on this one. He has.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why. We're
Yeah.
back.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, not anymore.
I have here that you have Charles Nesmith, who filed an attorney of record on July 18th.
Yes, we parted ways.
No, you haven't.
I'm not sure. I'm not very educated on how any of this works, honestly. So
There's
this is my
actually a
first
motion
time.
to withdraw.
I don't even see a motion with, oh, now I
On the
do.
24th.
So let's do this. I'm gonna have you take a seat and I'm gonna reach out to the lawyer here momentarily because he needs to be here. So just take a seat from in the jury box. All right, come up, Mr. Matthews. Yeah. Hey, Pavel, guys, I'm sorry. On Matthews, this is the felony VPO. He has a VPO with us. We have conditions on this case, right?
Let me check.
I'm rolling this to Monday because the lawyer filed a motion to withdraw, but he's not here. I'm not gonna just grant it. You know, he's supposed to be here, so we're gonna send an email to him to,
They are bond conditions, Judge. It's actually the ones that you asked me to file, so.
Okay.
We're all on the same page.
all right, remember, you've signed bond conditions. Live up to this, because if you don't, we can have a hearing to hold you at 0 bond. You understand? How many people have we put in jail today? You hold the keys as well. Don't violate the conditions. If you need, we can print you out another copy so you know what you can and can't do. But don't have any contact with the complaining witness. Don't have any weapons. And I don't know what the rest are, but you understand?
Yes, sir. And I do have another request. So I have an employer that's running my background, and it's still, the case is still showing up on background reports as pending. And I was just asking if I could get some type of paperwork showing that it's not pending anymore.
What are you talking? It is pending. What are you
It is
talking
pending?
about? Yes, you have 2 open, you have a felony VPO and you have a misdemeanor VPO. They're both open and pending.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you've got 2 open cases, very serious cases that if you violate conditions, you can be held at 0 bond in jail, meaning that you're stuck in there and no one can get you out.
So
That's how serious it is. So I'm trying to impress on you that this is not a joke. This is really serious stuff, that when a court tells you to do something, you have to abide by it and not I'm gonna do whatever the F I want to do because no one can stop me. We can't. And we will.
So I understand.
Understand, like I get when you're out there and when you get hot, you're gonna say stuff, but this is the real world,
So,
right?
so,
Okay,
so I can't get a job until this case is resolved?
you can get a job. I'm not telling you you can't get a job. What type of job, I don't know, because remember, you have an open felony, you have an open misdemeanor case. Not a lot of people are gonna give jobs to open people with open felonies because you're a complete danger to them as they see it in their eyes. Because what if you get there in their eyes? Well, what if this guy, he's volatile. He's a ticking time bomb. He's a volcano that can explode at any time. Why would someone give a job to that? That's
I don't mean to cut you off. I've been in communication with the company and they're willing to hire me. He told me to send him paperwork, so just stating something. But I'm, like I said, this is my first time going through any of this, so I'm just, I don't know.
cases are open and there's no paperwork that we can give you saying that it's closed because it's still open. If you had been done with the cases, like if it was dismissed, you could take a copy of the dismissal. Or if you've been on probation, you can take a copy of the probationary paperwork, but they're still open and they're so very new. I mean, we don't have even evidence in this case yet. They're compiling everything. The bottom line is you need a lawyer. And your lawyer has filed a motion to withdraw for some reason. Either they're not happy with you, you're not paying them as you should, something for one reason. You need a lawyer, and the lawyer that you have is not happy with you now. That's not a good thing. So you 100% need a lawyer because, like I said, if you think it's hard to get a job now, when you have a felony conviction, it's damn near impossible to get a job. And it's so bad that you will not get an apartment. You want to get a loan to buy a car, they don't give it to convicted felons. You lose the chance to vote. I mean, so many doors are closed when you have a felony conviction. It's ridiculous. That's why this stuff matters. And that's why you should care. So when you tell people out in the free world, well, I don't give a flying, you should, because it really makes a difference in your life. So bottom line is your lawyer's not happy with you and we need to figure out why. So
my, being that, I don't know if it's in the system, but the mother of my child has,
I'm not going to talk to you about the cases. You have a lawyer, and I'm not allowed to talk to you about these cases without your lawyer being present. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll roll your case to Monday. You need to reach out to your lawyer to figure out why they're trying to withdraw from your case. Either you've not paid them like you said you were going to pay.
there was a skirmish. So
You need to find another one, man. You need a lawyer.
can I get a court-appointed lawyer?
Okay. I don't know. Right now you have a lawyer. I can't give
I'll
you.
have to get in contact with him.
You need to get in contact with your lawyer. Perhaps you can try to smooth things out. You know, you get in life, you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. You know, when you get into a pissing match with officers, with people with authority, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to lose
Every time.
every time. You know, I got pulled over the other day, right? Because I was trying to get to the bank, and you know, the bank is like literally right here, and you go left right here and then boom into the bank. So, I mean, I stopped for maybe like a second. I went like this, stop for a second, and then I get into the bank. I didn't see the cop there. He pulls me over. Why didn't you stop at that stop sign? Came at me like real aggressive, like, you know what I did? You know, officer, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. I'm sorry. It was stupid. You know, I was just trying to get to the bank. I wasn't thinking. He let me go. I tucked my tail between my legs. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry. I was an idiot. You know, I won't do it again. And he let me go. If I had come to him aggressive, like, I didn't run that stop sign. What are you talking about, you a-hole? What do you think he would have done?
Make the situation worse.
Yeah, he like 3 tickets, perhaps take me to jail. Who knows? That's maturity. You tuck your tail, you get so much more in life. Really. When you get back with your lawyer, just try to smooth things out. Don't come at a billy goat because you're only going to make things worse. All right? Okay, man.
Page 12, Mobley, come on up.
It was like it did sound familiar.
Yeah, it's something familiar as I was reading it.
Antoine Mobley.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mobley, you're charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Officers were dispatched to 2542 Spence Park in Spring. The call note stated that a man wearing all black was inside a vehicle. Witness ran after the defendant who ran away, and officers on the scene in a canine unit spotted the defendant, and the defendant was detained 26 yards away from the home where the vehicle was. The defendant stated it was his first time breaking and entering a vehicle. The defendant had possession of the complaining witness's credit cards and health insurance cards.
Did you take anything else? Damage to the car?
The credit cards and her health.
What kind of priors? Do you see anything else? Mr. Mobley, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you?
17, sorry.
You're 17.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing with your life?
Go to school, play football, and
If I go test you, are you here with anyone today? Come on up, Mom. Around, please. Sure, I didn't realize that you were here. Otherwise, I would have called you up earlier. Are you familiar with what happened?
Yes,
Did you hear?
yes.
Okay. If I test you right now for anything, what are you going to test positive for?
I was at a party with my friends. Like,
I don't care where, I don't care if you're hanging out with Jesus. I'm asking you, what are you going to test positive for? For what?
for drugs, for any drugs, negative, but for alcohol. Okay.
You're not going to test positive for weed.
Sorry.
All right, I'm going to send you right now. I want to know.
Okay.
I just want a confirmation. I want to know what, if anything, is going to test positive for. Can I provide you a lawyer today?
Okay.
I'll give you a lawyer today. What's he doing in life now? He's in high school, I would presume, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is he
Going,
hanging out with bad people? What's he?
I guess that it was a shock to me too, but I guess.
Let's not talk about, I don't want to talk about the case. I just want to know what's going on with his life and how we can make things go in a straight line. Because, you know, Mr. Mobley, you know, life goes like this. At times we start to veer off, you know, your mom, us, we are here to come hit you to get back in the straight and narrow.
Yes, sir.
You're only 17. You now are charged with a burglary case and a freaking fraud felony, which will kill you because first off, it's really hard to get a job when you have a felony on your case, number one. Number two, when it's a fraudulent felony, it's called a crime of moral turpitude, meaning that it's even more difficult because you are branded a thief and no one gives jobs to thieves and you're only 17. You need to work on really getting it on the straight line because once you veer off, and if you veer off too far, you're hosed forever. Because if you can't get a job, you're not gonna have money. And this life is about money. If you ain't got no money, it's gonna be, this life is a journey, right? It can be either a happy journey where you have love, family, vacations, nice cars, nice house, or it can be a miserable, rotten experience where you're scrounging for pennies, just scrounging for food to eat. And if you have convictions on your record, that's what life's gonna be.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to make sure from now on that you're going to be on the straight and narrow. And if I find that you veer off, I will put you in jail. And I don't care if mom is kicking and screaming, you've got, I don't care. My sole purpose in life are two things: protect the public, and number two, make sure that you get on the straight and up and up. Do you understand?
Sir.
I will do whatever you need from me. So if he's hanging out with bad people, if he's staying out in the middle of the night, if he's trying to act like a fool while you try to work, you tell me what you need and I'll give it to you. You know? So first off, what I'd like to do is I want to send him for a drug test to see what, if anything, he's going to test positive for. I'll have him come back, and then I'm going to try to get you a lawyer in the interim, and we'll figure out how to go forward. Okay? So if you just want to kind of hang tight, I'm going to send you for a drug test. You have to come back. You don't come back, I issue a warrant. You understand? All right, Mr. Mobley, come on. Ma'am, you ready? Come up, Mr. Mobley. Did you hear everything I said to him? That applies to you as well. You tested positive for marijuana. You told me alcohol, you did said, I will not test positive for anything else.
Well, that's because when I was at the party.
You sound like Elmer Fudd, dude. Goes in one ear, goes out the other. Everybody tells me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods when they get in front of me, right? But when they get out the door, they turn into someone else. I'm not going to let you fall through the cracks. And I'm going to maintain a close and watchful eye on you. And if I see you start to toy with my emotions, guess what's going to happen? Guess, Mr. Mobley.
Yep.
Right. You hold the keys to the jail cell. So we will put conditions on you now. If you're able to stay out of trouble, if you're able to stay in school and not smoke weed or drink alcohol, you and I will be best friends. Otherwise, we'll be mortal enemies. You will be on the losing end of that. Are you in high school now?
Yes, sir.
What grade are you in?
I'm a senior now.
Okay. Do you work?
Yes.
What are your hours of work?
7 to 3:30 when school starts, because I work at a school too.
Oh, great. Wonderful. What would you like as far as conditions? We're obviously going to do no alcohol, no drugs. I don't even remember what he's charged with. Let me see. All right. No weapons, no contact with the complaining witness in this case. I can put a curfew if you'd like, so he's not out in the middle of the night.
Yes, that's fine.
We can put a monitor on him so we know where he is at all times. I can give you access so you know exactly where he goes. So if he starts trying to play you and me for a fool, we know exactly where he is. You must charge this thing on a daily basis. If the battery goes dead, so do you. Do you understand? I will test you exactly 31 days from today. If you stop smoking as of today, it should not stay in your system. But if you smoke, if you go into a car with other people who are smoking, if you go to a party, if you go to a house, if you go to anywhere, I will not entertain excuses. You are on notice now. That means CBD, that means THC oil, that means gummies, that means cereal, whatever it may be. Before you put anything into your body, get to know what it is. Do you understand? We will put a monitor on you.
I have something to say about the when I went to court Monday, they had
I don't care.
okay.
To me, I don't care what I'm telling you, whatever you tell me will go in this ear and go out that ear. What I care about, what says on paper. Everybody tells me stories here. Do you understand? I mean, that's the nature of my business. Everybody's got a story for me. The way I get to know people is on paper. because that tells me who you truly are. Words mean nothing. Actions mean everything.
I have something.
Tell me.
What the times, because we leave out like around 6, because since the high school has gotta be at school like at 6:15.
Okay, you tell me what you want and I'm there. We can tailor it to you. So we can do 5:30 in the morning. So we can do, what time do you want them to be home? 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 9? 9?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you are to be home at 9 p.m. Don't take it out on her. You take it out on me. You have to be nice to her. I'm giving her my card. If he gives you any problems whatsoever, just get a hold of me or the lawyer that we give you. And then I'll put him over my knee and I'll spank him a ton of jail time. That's it. I will treat you like a child, put you over my knee, and that's it. If she tells you to jump, you say, how high, Mom? Because you treat her with love, you treat her with respect, because the conditions come from me, not from her.
Sir, I don't have a problem. I was just saying about the ankle monitoring because I play football and then I can't.
It's the only way I can monitor you. You're gonna have to find a way to adapt. That's it. I can't trust you at your own word. You know, I already asked you once, you lied to me. Everything is recorded. If you don't believe me, go watch the recording. So 9 p.m. till 5:30 in the morning, you're allowed to be out. Do not smoke weed and stay in school. What else does he do? Do you want him to have any kind of jobs, anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
He works with my auntie every now and then. She has a cleaning service, Destiny's cleaning service, and they clean like office buildings.
Okay. Well,
But
so,
that was through the summer, so.
okay, just so what we'll do is, did you get appointed the case? Okay, come on. This is Eric. This is a lawyer that we appointed to represent you. You can tell Eric, and you can also talk to Tracy behind you because she's our liaison officer who does all the conditions.
Okay.
Just let her know and we'll tailor to you, to whatever you want. I will pay for everything so you don't have to pay for anything.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay? So if you ever have any issues, whatever it may be, if he starts acting up, just come back to me, let me know, let Eric know, and he knows how to get a hold of me and we'll handle it for you. I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble. When you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. Sometimes the dog is in and of itself. You're alone and you now picked up this case yourself. You hold the keys of the jail, Mr. Mobley. Just make me proud. All right, thanks.
Page 13 and 19, co-defendants,
What's the last name for this? You know,
Ortega, page 13.
how many more? How many more?
Two more.
Okay. Are you Genevieve Ortega? Geneva Ortega. Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Okay, this one's long, Your Honor. On June 24th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a road rage incident and spoke with two complaining witnesses who advised that the incident started at the gate of their apartment complex as they were trying to leave. The defendant's car was stopped in front of the gate and complaining witness one honked her horn so she can move her car out of the way. The complaining witness made a right turn to.
Hold on. Co-defendant. Are you Ms. Torres? Ma'am, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You speak English, correct? Okay. So I think where we left off, you said that there was a defendant's car was by the front gate of apartment complex.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the complaining witness one honked her horn so she can move the car out of the way. The complaining witness one made a right turn to go westbound on West Little York, and complaining witness one and co-defendant stopped at a red light. The co-defendant Ms. Torres started throwing things at her car. They went westbound on West Little and then made a right at Eldridge, and defendant Torres yelled, "Pull over, let's fight." The complaining witness 2 said that they continued going northbound on North Eldridge, and the defendant brake checked her several times before stopping in front of the complaining witnesses.
It's like something I see out of YouTube, man.
Defendant then got out of the passenger seat, walked up to the complaining witness 1's vehicle, attempted to open the side door to remove her from the vehicle. Complaining witness 2 got out of the passenger seat to prevent defendant from opening the driver's side door. The defendant was able to open complaining witnesses 1 door because when complaining witness 2 opened the door, it unlocked all of the doors. The defendant grabbed complaining witness 1, dragged her out of the vehicle by the hair, struck her with a closed fist towards her head, scratched her, and threw her in the dirt. Complaining witness
So
tried,
who did that specific? Was that
defendant
Ortega or Torres?
Ortega. And then complaining witness tried to break up the fight, and while doing so, the defendant grabbed him by the genitals and would not let go. Both complaining witnesses felt pain/discomfort. Injuries were observed on the complaining witnesses, and the defendant Ortega admitted to the assault, but said the complaining witnesses were the aggressors. Witness and video confirmed that the defendant was the aggressor. As far as
What about the
defendant number 2,
genitalia grab, Pavel? No one charged on that one?
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, not as of right now.
Ladies, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Ms. Ortega, if I send you for a drug test right now, what are you gonna test positive for? I'm sending you for a drug test right now. You too, Ms. Torres. I expect you guys to come back. At that time, we'll talk about your lawyer. If you do not come back, I will set your bond extremely high. I'm done playing games. I will not stand for it. I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. Do you understand? If I find that you violate that, I will do that to you guys. And I will revoke your bond, make it extremely high. You understand? Who is driving in this caper?
is Ortega.
Ms. Ortega, do you have a Texas driver license?
Actually, let me.
Do you have a Texas driver license? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons. I'm sending you now for a test and then you must come back. Do you understand? Okay, take a seat for me. Ms. Torres, Ms. Ortega, come up, please.
Oh, Judge said, Tracy said she's back.
Okay, so we'll do the conditions now and then we can tell Tracy. Okay. Ms. Torres, you tested positive for marijuana. I am now making it a condition that you are not to smoke. I'm telling you that you will be tested 31 days from today. Guess what happens if you test positive? Right. You hold the keys to the jail cell. How old are you? How old are you?
19.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a bartender.
Where?
The Zone Sports Bar.
Did you graduate from high school? Like I said, you've been ordered not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I will bring you back in 31 days to test you. How much money do you make a month?
Yeah, like 1,000.
Okay, I will appoint your lawyer, but today's already 1 o'clock. It's too late. So what we'll do is I will give you an application. You can take it back with you. And the next time you come, you can give it back to us and we'll appoint your lawyer. You will get tested again. No more smoking. I will not accept any kind of explanation. I was in a car and other people were smoking. Someone gave me a gummy. I didn't know what it is. I don't care and I will not entertain excuses. Do not have any contact. And the problem is, Miss Torres, is this is at 19. This is your second assault case. Why so angry?
It's not that, because it's not that.
It's not funny. It's what's next? An aggravated assault where you pull a gun on something, where you're looking at up to 20 years in prison? All it takes, the thing is, look at me. The thing is that, you don't get many chances in life, but to reflect and look at what you're doing and thinking to yourself, oh my God, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? Ma'am, think before you act. Sometimes. That's when it hurts. If you can't look at me in the face, am I speaking truth? I'm not, she's what? Is this the proper response because mom has cancer? What if she really needs your help and you're in custody? Who's going to take care of mom? What kind of cancer do you have? What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I work for a radiology doctor and an oncology doctor.
Okay. Do you, are you married, ma'am? How many children do you have? I will appoint you a lawyer, but today it's already 1 o'clock and everybody's gone. We can give you an application. Come back to us in a couple weeks or whenever you want, and I can appoint you a lawyer. If you want to come back tomorrow, we can have you come back tomorrow and we can give you a lawyer tomorrow.
On Saturday?
Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. Hell no. I meant Monday. I'm not coming tomorrow. You cannot even drag me.
She's a good girl.
It's a second assault
The
case.
first one, can
It's
you explain to him that?
actions speak louder than words. What you tell me goes in one ear, goes out the other. Paper dictates.
You read it.
Well, I'm not gonna read it. I'm just telling you what I see.
Because you see the word that says assault, you're assuming that it was my fault. That's why I said all you have to do is read it. This situation,
I don't want to talk about this case, but
your situation,
the problem is this case. And from what they've read, I will let you pick whatever day you want to come back. You can come back together, okay? The only thing I'm asking you, both of you guys, do not pick up any new cases. Do not get in any more fights. Don't drink alcohol, don't use any dope, and you'll be fine with me, okay? I will have you go to Victoria. You guys can pick whatever date you want to come back. Come back, bring the paperwork, come early, and then we can appoint your lawyers early. That way you don't have to wait this long as well. Okay.
I can come back there. The first one is at 10:30 a.m. The second one is at 12 a.m. I can come right after that.
No, we're done usually. Yeah, because lawyers are usually gone and out of here by 12:30. So, I mean, you can come Tuesday if you want early. You can come Wednesday, any day you want to come. You can come the following week too if you want. So I'm not, you can come next week, come the following week, whatever you want. I'm not, I'll give you up to, 30 days for you to decide what day you want to come back. My only concern is I don't want any more trouble. That's all. And I want our streets to be safe, imagine Ms. Torres and Ms. Ortega, what if you had gotten out and the other person has a gun? Do you know how many cases we see here where people get shot because they get out with this road rage? I mean, look, the DA, he's shaking his head over there, man. How many cases we have You just get out of the car, you start walking, another person's got a gun, they start shooting. Even to officers, it happens. Yeah, all right, enough preaching. I'll have you guys go over there. You guys are gonna have to wait just a little bit for Tracy to get back. Once you sign your bond conditions, you guys are free to go, okay?
I got a message to my phone saying I have to pick up a portable.
So maybe they were conditions from the magistrate.
Oh,
court?
perhaps the magistrate put like an
said it-
ankle monitor on you.
The paper that y'all gave me from right here, it says they're portable for my car. This the text message.
Torres?
Mhm.
Judge, I didn't take note about any portable for-
Yeah, I know. It's gotta be perhaps from the magistrate. I don't know.
What's the number on this case, so I can look it up?
251
251
7262.
7262.
I,
She put it on,
I don't see it.
what did she say, portable?
Judge, it says that on the general conditions of release of and supervision.
You saw that, Ramona?
Yeah, Judge, it's on there on her new case.
Where? I don't see it.
Is this Torres, Olivia Torres?
Yeah.
It's her general conditions of release and supervision,
From
right underneath her bond condition, her bond.
under that capias thing?
No, it's right under the capias.
It says if you're charged with the DWI, second, install an ignition interlock.
So that's what she's talking about. And maybe it doesn't apply to this case, but
Yeah.
that's why she got that.
It doesn't apply here. I don't know. Tracy, can you see if this horse has been ordered to have an interlock? Do you need the cause number? I don't see it. Regardless, if they had ordered it on you, I will take it off. Just don't consume, don't use. They're gonna call you to take a drug test or an alcohol test. And I am going to test you 31 days. Just as long as you don't use any dope, you'll be fine. And no alcohol, all right? All right, go sign your resets. Okay, you can take it off. Okay.
All right, Judge, page 18, Skilman.
There's a co-defendant in this case. Do you have the cause number? Sykes, by chance.
Is in felony 187. I'm sorry, are you ready?
It's okay.
187-7307.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Skilman.
Good morning.
Mr. Skilman, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On July 18th, 2024, officers conducted a trespass investigation at a convenience store and observed the defendant leaning against the outside wall, smoking a marijuana joint and cigarettes. Upon arrival, the defendant attempted to walk away. Officers made contact with the defendant and the defendant immediately admitted to having marijuana on his person. 8.6 grams of marijuana was recovered.
So is there a co-defendant in this case?
I see a felony for Donald Sykes,
Yeah.
but let's see if that's the same transaction.
Mr. Skillman, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond. Just don't get in any more trouble. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm not gonna put any conditions on your bond. Just don't pick up any new cases.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay, as long as you can just not get in any more trouble, I won't revoke your bond in this case. So what do you do in life now?
I'm ready to go to school.
You said you're in school?
Ready to go to school.
Well, you're getting ready to, how old are you, man?
57.
Come on.
Just decided to go. I ain't never been. I don't want to go paralegal. So.
You want to apply for an appointed lawyer?
Yeah, please.
All right. You give me an application. All right. We're going to give you an application. Don't go anywhere while I find you someone, a lawyer to talk to you. Okay?
Williams?
This is Darius Williams. All right. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with assault of a family member and resisting arrest. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On July 19th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an address in reference to a family assault where they met with a complaining witness who said that her boyfriend assaulted her. She advised that he grabbed her by both arms, threw her up against a wall, attempted to strangle her. She advised that it was difficult for her to breathe, and she stated that the defendant got her onto a bend and attempted to strangle her again, and she kept pushing him off of her. He told her, "Bitch, I'll kill you." The complaining witness stated that the defendant stated he would kill himself, grabbed a gun, and smashed her work computer with it. She advised that she felt pain. Officers accompanied the complaining witness to the apartment so that she could gather her stuff. And as she was gathering her things, officers heard a muffled man's voice. The officers found the defendant laying in bed. The officers detained him, and the defendant pushed the officer off and tried to run out of the apartment. The defendant was caught and continued to wrestle officers trying to break free. 18.3 grams of marijuana was found, which the defendant admitted was his.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. And protective order was issued in this case on the 20th of this month. Get to know it. If you violate that protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. And I'm telling you now, I will protect every person in Harris County. If that means putting you in jail and keeping you there at a $150,000 bond, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat. So don't have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. I don't care what you want. I don't care about your feelings. Do you understand? Don't have contact and don't have weapons. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I'm going to test you. If I find that you're using anything at all, likewise, you will go to jail. Do you understand? How old are you, sir? Okay. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria Center, reset. After that, you're going to get with Tracy for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. Remember, you're walking a thin line. You step off that, it's going to crack and your butt's you're going to fall through the ice. It's going to freeze. You understand? Okay, man. Come on.
Right this way. All right, Judge, last one, page 16. Reuben, come on up.
Torres, Ortega.
What's the last name?
Reuben on page 16.
Good morning, Mr. Reuben. Good morning, sir. Sir, you're charged with illegal dumping. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews of the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. Okay.
A video showed a black Toyota Camry come into view of the camera, at which time the debris, which was household trash and tires, weighing 75 pounds, was not on the ground. Sometime later, the video showed the same vehicle leave the scene and the debris was on the ground. The vehicle belonged to the defendant. And upon comparing both the photo and video of the defendant, they were both the same person. The driver's face can be seen and was the only one in the vehicle at the time of the incident.
Did they see him do it or no?
The video showed him in his vehicle. The video showed his vehicle,
Go to the spot.
and then there was no debris on the floor when he got there. And then after he left, there was the debris on the floor. And the vehicle belonged to a Reuben Gonzalez Garza Jr. And using the photo, it was compared with the video. So I guess using his ID video or his ID photo.
I mean, I get the analogy, like you see me walk into the house, my shoes are wet, my pants are wet, right? So you can surmise it's raining outside, but you haven't seen it's raining. You haven't looked outside. Here, we have him on video going to the place, but you don't see him dumping it. You just see the debris there when he leaves.
But it's more.
Where's, I don't understand how. So how is it that we don't have, you don't have it, him actually doing it? How, because
The camera angle, it's just the way it works.
I say so. No, don't. Mr. Reuben, I'm going to find that there's probable cause for now. Okay. You need a lawyer to represent you. Perhaps things will change in a bit and then, but what do you do in life?
I was,
I don't know. I don't want to talk about the case. I just want to know what you do for a living. Do you work? Do you have an income? Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
the VA has gave me a number to get in contact with the lawyer. I found that out yesterday when I was talking to an advisor.
They pay for it for you?
I believe so. I have a number to call. Prior to that, was receiving treatment for PTSD and getting my benefits. I found that I could do that tomorrow too.
Do you have an income now or no? Do you want, I can give you a lawyer today if you'd like.
I'd rather go with the VA with the number that they gave me to call.
Okay. Well, you can always come back if you want. If it doesn't work out for you, come back and I can give you a lawyer. We can give you a court-appointed lawyer. You know, it's up to you.
Can I say something?
Let's not talk about the case. I know you want to.
No,
but-
not about the case. I was just gonna say that I haven't been in trouble with anything in 20 years.
Correct.
So,
And that's why you're out. Because if you had been in trouble, you probably would have been in lockup. You know, so that's why you're out. And we gave you a free bond for you to get out, to be able to fight this case, to get to the best resolution that you can, you know? I'm not going to put any conditions on your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. That's the only thing I'm going to ask, you know?
so I need to speak to a lawyer then, and then
You
what?
need a lawyer. You're facing 6 months in jail. You absolutely need a lawyer to represent you. And like I said, I'm willing to give you one if you want one, or you can go to the VA. I'm willing to give it to you for free. So if you go to the VA and they try to charge you some kind of fee for the lawyer, just come back to me and I'll give you a lawyer for free.
I'll get a hold of a lawyer first.
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. Just like I said, please don't get in any
Am I
more
able to
trouble.
talk to the prosecutor?
No, it's probably not a good idea because anything you say, they can and will use it against you. The slightest thing you say, they're going to sit there, they're going to type it, they can use it to prove guilt. So that's why it's probably not, you know? Okay, really, we're trying to help you, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, so like I said, go out there. If you have any issues, we'll try to get a lawyer. Come back to me, I'll give you.
Today?
Sure, yeah, in about 30 minutes, I can give you a lawyer.
I need to go. I gotta take.
Go, you come back. I'll try to have a lawyer waiting for you.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Hey, Vic, can you reach out to the MAC for Mr. Reuben, please?
Yes.
Hunter.
Do I need to talk
Hey, bud.
about?
I'm Castellanos, in custody for arraignment.
How's jail? Looks kind of rough.
It is rough.
Man. Mr. Castellano, you now stand charged with another case with us. Failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're gonna do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. We've appointed Hunter to your case now, so what happened?
On July 19th, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle going 49 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. The officers asked for identification, and the defendant said his name was Tony Lopez, dated birth 1/28/2004, which returned no hits. The defendant was ID'd by mobile APIS by his true name, and the defendant said he gave a false name because he missed his court date and got scared. The defendant had 2 open felony warrants, both out of the 487.
Do you want to
The
say?
judge just added us to probable cause. He eventually, admits who he is and, says that it's because he was scared of the warrants that, I would ask the court to find no probable cause.
He only admits to who he is after his fingerprints were ran on the mobile APIS machine.
Got it. All right. So, Mr. Castellanos, I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm going to find that the PR bond that the magistrate gave you is wholly inappropriate. I find that you are a complete and utter flight risk. Every time you have a case with us, you take flight. It's like you got a set of wings on your back, dude. I mean, I know you say that, but you and I have been dancing together since 2021. And in that time, burglary of a building, assault of a family member, assault of a peace officer, retaliation, tampering, evading, assault, and now another. So I don't know what's up with you, man. Really, when you came in here the first time, what happened, Mr. Casiano? Really, we're not looking to, putting people down, but man, just over and over shooting yourself, dude. If you do bond out, I'm ordering you to have a GPS monitor prior to your release so we know where you are at all times. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or dope. Mr. Casiano, if this is dope and alcohol talking all over you, you got to stop. You got to stop before you end up with 25 years under your belt. Because I tell you what, prison, it's not a fun place. And you're begging for it, dude. All right, thanks, Hunter.
What's the bond amount, Judge?
It's at 3,000 now. And then you want 817?
817.
Sure. Good luck, dude. Thanks. Hey, will you remind me I have to do a bail order on that? Castellano.
Sure.
Yeah. Hi, Sonia. Who do we have here? Denton? All right, good morning, Miss Denton.
Hi, how are you?
Miss Denton, you are charged with escape. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On July 19th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a suspicious person call and conducted a traffic stop on a Toyota Camry. The defendant was ID'd as the driver, and upon detaining the defendant for out-of-state felony warrants from Louisiana, she was advised she was in custody. Upon attempting to place the defendant in the back of the patrol vehicle, she took off running on foot and dove into the vehicle on the scene. Upon going through her belongings, she had a glass pipe with a burned substance in it. The defendant stated she was high on fentanyl and meth, and 0.6 grams of meth was recovered from the pipe.
So she also has a fugitive case that's open as well. So basically what happens now is you have an open felony case. You also have a case with us. You have not made bond on your felony case. Because of that, the fugitive case is essentially told. You know, typically when you make bond on all your cases, we give the jurisdiction that wants you 14 days to come get you. And if they don't get you on that fugitive case, we'll release you. That 14 days is basically told until you take care of the case upstairs or you make bond on that case.
My mother said she would pay I think it's $1,000 bond, right?
It's, yeah, the bond is set at $1,000, correct?
Bond's what?
1,000,
Yeah,
like
so
what
she
you said.
said they would pay the $100 bond, so I can go ahead and start time in Louisiana, I guess.
Okay. I don't know. If she does, then that's on them. At that point, if she does do it, then the time will start tolling. So, hey, Amy, take a look, okay? Because I don't want this to fall through the cracks like it does with the sheriff's department all the time. Your cause number is 252-0544. So Ms. Denton has a PCS upstairs. She hasn't made bond on it, but she's anticipating that bond will be made. So you guys need to just check on it just to make sure that when that time starts running, call the appropriate authorities in Louisiana to let them know so they can come get her. Now, the good news for you is that because we have so many people in Harris County from Louisiana, we've got buses coming out of here 1 to 2 times a week. So when the time does start running, they'll be here any minute to come get you.
Okay.
The only other thing I'm going to advise you is make sure you get the phone numbers for your felony lawyer and for Sonia, because if they do end up taking you to Louisiana and you stay there for a long time, they'll revoke your bonds here, and then you're going to be in the same exact situation here.
I do have
as
a
over there.
question about that, because I have a court date here the 7th of August, and I have a court date there August 8th. How does that work?
So what'll happen is just let your lawyer in the felony case know, and perhaps they can get you a reset on that case upstairs so you don't get another felony warrant. Because it happens all the time where you go up there or you get taken back to the demanding jurisdiction and then you miss court here, so they issue a warrant here. And then when you're done over there, same process, you get a hold from Harris County. So that's why you need to make sure that you get all your ducks together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay?
Sir.
All right. I am going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on your escape case. At this time, I'm not going to put any conditions on you because you're in custody. If you do bond out, if you do get out, perhaps we can talk about conditions at the time.
Sir, and I didn't run because I was scared. I thought they were there to pick up.
Don't say anything at this moment. And we've got a ton of DAs here. Everything you say, they're going to, use against you. How old are you, man?
30. I've never been in trouble before.
Be careful. The company you keep with could really hinder your career, so to speak. All right. Good luck, Ms. Denton. Thanks, Sonia. Good morning, Mr. Baka. How's jail? Really? You having fun?
Not having fun, but I had troubles.
We'll be here all week. Oh, well, it's the end of the week. Mr. Baka, you're here because there is a felony warrant for you. You're wanted out of another jurisdiction. Your lawyer is asking me to set you a bond. I don't know yet. I have to get to know you in the short time that I've met you within 2 minutes to get to know what type of person you are. I know that when you talk to me, you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the
Hey,
woods.
Judge, how are you?
Everybody says it's little bunnies jumping in the woods. How I really get to know you is how you look on paper. That'll tell me who you truly are. Amy, what's he wanted for?
He's wanted out of New Mexico for 2 counts of forgery, making or altering 2,500 or less, and then 2 counts of fraud.
So a bunch of fraud charges. Okay. What's your position on bond for Mr. Baka?
State is unopposed to bond judge. We're not seeing any criminal history on him. We just would be trying to your.
Okay. What kind of prior criminal history do you have, Mr. Baka? Have you ever been arrested before?
I missed court once for a speeding ticket.
Okay, what about this thing here? Are you on probation or parole? Are these just new open cases?
Yeah, I was just notified just 2 days ago when they brought me in. That I guess they issued that warrant like in December, but I had no knowledge of it.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will set you a bond. I'm gonna warn you now. I don't do this again. You will get one chance to do what you're supposed to do. And you're old enough to know that actions have consequences, right? If you fail to go back, I will revoke the bond that I set and I will set it at 0. You will not get another one. We give you 2 weeks from the date of your release to go turn yourself in back to New Mexico. Is there a bond set there or is it a 0 bond?
He has yet to make a first appearance, like so the bond. Yeah.
Okay, so it's set at no bond, so you have to go turn yourself in. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you fail to do that within the 2 weeks, as we state, then I will revoke the bond, set it at 0, issue a nationwide warrant for your arrest. I'm gonna get you. This time I will hold you until New Mexico comes to get you. And I'm gonna tell you, we've had New Mexico before. They are very, very lackadaisical and take a long time to come back. So you will sit in custody for a long time until they get here. Do you understand?
Sure.
All right. So what do you think, Sonia, as far as the bond?
Given his lack of criminal history, I would ask for a bond around $1,500.
Okay. Can you make a $1,500 bond? Okay, I'll set it at $1,500. Like I said, take this opportunity and go back to New Mexico. You won't get another chance. You pick up any more fugitive cases in the future, 0 bond. Take care of these things before a warrant issues, all right?
Sure.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thanks. For sure.
Reyes, Aaron, come on up.
Bye, Amy. Have a good weekend.
Judge, this one, can I give that case number?
Yeah.
5-1-7-7-6-4. This is the one that people came by about yesterday. It's a signed bond position.
Right, okay. Good morning, Mr. Reyes. Mr. Reyes, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and possession with intent to deliver 4,200. So you were looking at there. It's a first-degree felony. Is this a 15 to life case?
It's final life unless it's advanced. Does he have a prior case? I don't have the case pulled up.
There's no enhancements on it. It's
Yeah, so
five
five life.
No,
to
no, no,
life.
no. I'm looking at the felony case. I'm not.
Felony.
Are you looking at the Mandel?
Mandel's final life.
Oh, it's not on docket. It is.
So if I remember correctly, he's in a car driving correctly with the,
Do you mind if I give Cabell the cross?
Sure.
It's 251-7764.
Okay.
so we're deciding what conditions to put on. Was he driving in this case is my first question. I should-
I believe so, Judge, because I don't think there's anybody else in that vehicle, so. Driver's license. Yeah, he was driving. Substance.
Have you run his license, see if he has a valid license?
Let me do that right now, Judge.
Please.
I can update the court. Judge, he is eligible. I don't see any past suspensions for anything.
GPS monitor on you?
Yes, sir.
So it looks like the judge put a GPS monitor with a curfew of 10 PM to 4 AM. No weapons. But he didn't put no drugs, no alcohol. All right, so Mr. Reyes, I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Don't pick up any new cases. Don't consume alcohol or dope. I'm gonna randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of dope or alcohol, I'll put you in jail. I will deem you a public danger and make your bond just as high as the felonies. Do you understand?
John.
All we're asking are our streets to be safe. That's all we want. All right? We're not asking for much, you know?
Your Honor, I do see no drugs or weapons on the felony
Because
condition.
I didn't see it. Or maybe it's on another one, because I didn't look at the second one.
It was signed on July 25th by the judge.
So, did you hear that? Because she's busy, so. For Mr. Reyes, no dope, no alcohol, no weapons, and that's it. Also, stay in touch with your lawyers. They'll tell you when you have to come back to court. If they tell me they can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds if you pick up any new cases, anything goes wrong.
John.
Do you understand?
John.
Okay, man, good luck. We'll have you sign a reset, and then you have to get with Tracy for your bond conditions. Sure.
Judge, did you need me to appoint for Ortega and Torres, the two that went to drug?
Not yet, no, no. Isn't Gilardoni on the docket today too? No?
Yes,
She no home?
no show.
$30,005.
Yeah.
Come up, Mr. Frosto.
Name change, just name change. Oh, that's what we're gonna do.
Your lawyer is here with you on Zoom, so you know you're not here alone. I asked you not to do one thing.
Que no hacer una cosa.
What did I ask you not to do?
Manejar.
Drive?
No, cerveza.
No,
nada.
Beer, nothing.
What did you do?
¿Y qué es lo que usted hizo?
Nada.
Nothing.
Nothing. No he tenido problemas con la máquina de hora de la tormenta, de la máquina para checar.
Tuvo problemas.
Se fue la luz.
I had problems with the device during the storm.
The problem is that you consumed alcohol.
El problema es que usted consumió alcohol.
No, no he consumido.
No, I haven't consumed.
According to my report, you have, Mr. Frosto.
Hecho. No.
According to my report, on 7/14, you blew a 0.45 at 1956. 3 minutes later, you blew a 0.053. And then later on, you blew hot again.
Pero ahora por la máquina, de hecho no tenía luz en mi casa. Entonces, es el problema.
On the device, the problem is I didn't have lights or electricity in the house.
You blew positive for alcohol. Your lights had nothing to do with it.
La máquina, o sea, no he tomado. Solo
I haven't drank.
Me estaba fallando la máquina.
The machine has been failing.
He hecho las cosas bien de lo que él me dijo.
I've done things properly, like what you've told me.
Not according to this machine.
No de acuerdo a la máquina.
You know.
No se sabe.
Sí, pues yo desde la máquina, o sea, todo está bien, nomás la máquina no tenía por la tormenta. Yo le hablé al
I've been
oficial.
fine. The machine was having problems. I called the
Le hablé
officer.
al oficial.
I spoke with the officer.
Ms. Broholm?
Yes, Your Honor. And I've explained it to him as well. I don't think it had anything to do like with the hurricane, because I've reviewed the report as well, Your Honor. I know what he's saying, and so, and Your Honor, I've admonished him as well that he cannot be drinking at all, and that's one of the bond conditions.
He's consuming alcohol. That's all I know.
Based on that report, Judge, that's what I'm inclined to believe too, Judge.
Mr. Frosto, I'm gonna take you into custody. Goes with you.
And Your Honor, is there any way that you would consider maybe a zero tolerance or something where, he doesn't drink at all any further? Instead of taking him into custody, Judge?
Perdón.
He's consuming alcohol when I mean, it's a direct order on a second DWI. He continues to consume alcohol. So either he has a problem or he just doesn't care. No means no.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Check your chat.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Can I speak with my lawyer?
Has anyone seen Wolverine yet or Deadpool yet?
Yeah, I saw last night.
Did you see it? Okay, don't say anything. Did you like it?
Yeah, the best part was the little.
Just stop it.
It's on the poster.
Oh. What?
The little dog.
The dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see there's a dog on the poster?
There's a dog on the poster when you walk in, like the movie theater.
Oh, man.
Look at that thing.
I'm so itching to see it. I can't wait. It's gonna kill at the movie theaters this weekend.
Are you
Kill.
gonna play with the kids?
Well, with my son, because it's usually pretty raunchy,
Yeah.
right? So he's 13, I'll take him, but the other ones are like 9, 10, I don't know. Logan, is it appropriate?
For a 9-year-old, no. For a 13-year-old, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, he gets it, but my 9-year-old's gonna be like, what do they mean by that? And I'm like, oh, I don't want, I don't want, I don't want to have to explain, you know? They're just too young to have to explain all the. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, man, I'm so ready to see it. I've been, and since it's the only one this year, it's gonna kill. I bet it makes $1 billion at the box office. I bet it does that well.
Here's the end of the show coming out too, though.
Yeah, sure. If you want to go ahead and have a seat, they'll publish.
I need microphones to be able to talk and stuff, but yeah, he's excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, just like I am. Really excited to see that movie. That was a great set of cases. I don't know what else to say. I hope everybody enjoyed the way I kind of edited them together. Trying to jump to the good part so you didn't have to wait until the very end of the docket. I was afraid some of those were so spread apart that he even forgot like what was going on with the case between the time they left and the time they came back. Oh man. I do. In answer to that question, I actually go to theaters every once in a while. Not often. Definitely for Marvel movies when I get the chance. Thank you very much for the compliment, by the way. Hey, it looks like Drunk Beaver goes also. What was that? Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it at all. I may not even see it this weekend. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the rest of the day. There is a whole day to go. And I'm not redirecting anywhere, so as far as I know, I don't believe Colin's streaming. So, yeah. I hope everybody remembers that this coming Monday night, I'm going to start showing some Judge Manning. We're going to do Manic Monday with Judge Manning. I hope everybody comes out and checks out Judge Manning with me. I think it should be some pretty good cases. I've been working on a little bit of that. This has been fun. We'll do it again next week. I hope everybody likes some of the upgrades I've made to the formatting and that type of stuff. I've got dogs that are wanting to go out, it looks like. So. Or maybe not. See that one over there, right? Dead to the world. Manic Monday with Manning. It's going to be the next one. I'm going to have videos coming out all week. And then we'll have another Saturday live stream. Get 50,000 subscribers sooner than later. We'll start doing a Freaky Friday with Fleischer. That'll be a short little live show that we'll do on Friday evenings. We saw a little bit of what that might look like last night. Check back on the channel if you want to see any of the replays. I'll be here. I'll be in the comments. Thank everybody for coming out. I should probably get some music started because I'm not going to sit here and vamp for the rest of the day. I'm just not going to. Although I could. I definitely. But that's the wrong song. That's definitely. That's the right song. I like that song. One of my favorite songs that I play. Guys, it's been a blast. Saturday. Get out. Go say hello. Go say hello to somebody you love and do something you like to do. Have a Saturday. You work in the courts, don't concentrate on court stuff. Unless it's something you enjoy doing. Yeah. I really enjoy having all you guys here. It's been a great show. Thank you everybody for coming out. I'm your Lone Wolf Uso. I am your curator. I will see you next time. Yes. What? That. I'm not good at any of this. I'm just a member of the community that makes videos and likes to watch them with everybody. Don't expect me to do things. Stuff. Turn that down. I don't do things. But yeah, that's Manic Monday with Manning. That right there. That right there. Thank you, Dreams. Hey, happy birthday, Dreams and Wi-Fi. I don't know if anybody has told you happy birthday all week, but happy birthday, Dreams and Wi-Fi. Are there people still here? Why are people still here? Shouldn't we be going somewhere and do something? I'm pretty sure there's stuff to do. Not positive. Pretty sure there might be. Thank you everybody for coming out. You all rock. You. Without you, none of this is possible. I'm nothing without you. You all rock. I'll see you next time. Monday. Don't forget Monday. Thank you, Ken. Ken of Wolf. Thank you, Ken of Wolf.